His Grace Bishop Rafael is the General Bishop of the Churches of Central Cairo. Was born in Cairo by the name Michel Aryan Hakim in May 1958. He grew up in a piety house, and his father was a servant in the church. He helped him to be ordained as a deacon since his childhood. Then he began to serve in St. George Church, Khamraoui in Shubra. He graduated from the School of Medicine in Ain Shams University in 1982. After he finished his military service, he devoted himself with His Grace Bishop Musa. Then he went to Baramos Monastery 1978. He was ordained as a monk in 28 February 1990 with the name Justus el-Baramusi. He said that this period was the most beautiful part of his life, where Baramos Monastery atmosphere full of love, and how he had been living in the monastery life of mediation. In 1995, he was invited to serve with Bishop Musa in the youth bishopric. Bishop Rafael was ordained as a General Bishop of the Churches of Central Cairo in June 1997. Bishop Rafael has his own strategy in the service of the 19 churches ascribed to serve in downtown Cairo. So, he started his service in the 10 churches handed by Pope Shenouda in 1997. Then, he obtained a license to build a new church in Wakalat al-Balah district by the name of Virgin Mary and Saint Musa the Black Coptic Church. After he was assigned to serve other 3 churches, so they became 14 churches beside the local areas that don't have churches, in spite of its large number of people. A supreme committee of popular areas was set up, and priests were ordained to serve the people. His Grace Rafael had a great interest to the activity service, preaching, interpretation, explanation, and problem solving. Also, he has responsibility towards the Committee of Whole Synod as a serving, caring committees for good religious education in schools, and the Commission on Faith and Education, Legislation and Ritual Committee. Besides, its weekly meeting every Monday for Bible study. He has also his own responsibilities towards youth through lectures in youth bishopric. His respect, love to youth, seeking to solve their problems, lead to spread the service between youth. Beside that, he established good relations with the church leaders and the Holy Synod. After all that, we can say that his service was based on love and understanding approach. Although his responsibilities and duties towards his people, he didn't want to be taken only in the cycle of service, so he's still keeping on heading the liturgy every day. Many people say about him that Bishop Rafael is still a monk in the form of a bishop. You never find him angry, but he is always full of peace and quietness. He is a modest bishop. He loves and plays with the children before elder people. He is a very cultural bishop. If you sit with him in a meeting, you discover broad culture and knowledge in all the fields. Beside that, he is a professor in theology.
He is a very active member in the field of youth and in the serving the churches in Central Cairo as an assistant to His Holiness Pope Shenouda III. He is very attached to the Coptic hymns and Coptic rites. He is so talented in theological teachings.
His Grace Bishop Rafael presented his papers to the papal elections, and before declaring the 5 names of the candidates, he asked it to be out of the Holy Papal elections because of his ill wishes. But the committee refused his demand, for it wasn't a written refusal, and he was nominated among the 5 candidates for the papal seat. In the interview hosted by His Grace Bishop Paula with His Grace Bishop Rafael, he clarified the points that he will care about if he become the next patriarch.
يعني الثقافة بتاعت العصر دوت انتهى منها فكرة وان مان شو. لازم يبقى في جروب شغال في كل شيء يعني.
هل بالضرورة كهنوت ولا ممكن؟
مش شرط كهنوت، بالعكس احنا عايزين أهل الخبرة يعني في كل تخصص. أنا بتخيل كمان يا سيدنا حتى المجمع المقدس مثلا في لجنة الطقوس اللي أنا عضو فيها يعني بتشرف بكده. مش مفروض ان احنا كلجنه طقوس مجموعه اساقفه بس نقعد نفكر في طقوس الكنيسه. اللجنه دي ممكن تعمل اجتماعات ينضم اليها شمامسه ومعلمين مرتلين الكنايس، وينضم اليها ناس مهتمين بهذا البرانش من المعرفه، بحيث احنا لما بندرس حاجه تبقى مدروسه على اسس علميه مظبوطه، فلما نعمل اي تعديل اي اضافه تبقى مقبوله مدروسه يعني. نفس الحكاية في بقية اللجان، حتى لجان المجمع نفسها مفروض أن تستعين بكوادر من خارج المجمع بحيث يبقى الدراسة اللي تتقدم للمجمع مدروسة. بالإضافة للسيستم الإداري للكنيسة ينبغي أن يكون في مجموعات من الناس شغالة. الحقيقة أنا اتعلمتها من سيدنا أنبا موسى في أسقفية شباب،
ودي ميزة أسقفية شباب.
كله شغال جروبس
شاف الكوادر وازاي توظيفها بعد إعدادها.
وبعدين الحاجة دي بقى محتاجة عشان الكنيسة اتسعت. يعني أنا بلاحظ لو إن في كنيسة صغيرة محلية يعني عدد الخدام 15 خادم، بنقدر نختار واحد أمين خدمة أمين أسر، خلصت القصة. لكن لما يكون في بعض الكنائس عندنا في القاهرة فيها 700 خادم، التنظيم بتاعها بيبقى أكثر صعوبة. طب لما بتكلم على الكنيسة القبطية لما كانت محصورة في مصر والسودان وأورشليم، النهاردة بقت في كل القارات. يبقى احنا محتاجين النهارده نضع لوائح لكل حاجة. ايه الكرايتيريا المطلوبة عشان اختار أسقف؟ ايه المواصفات المطلوبة أن يكون متوفرة في الشاب اللي هنزكيه يبقى كاهن؟ ايه المواصفات اللي مطلوبه ان يزكى انسان عشان يبقى امين تربيه كنسيه؟ المفروض تبقى حاجات واضحه ومحدده ومقننه، تبقى لوائح في الكنيسه.
المطلوب عشان كاهن هيخدم بره مصر
مثلا، يعني عشان برضو لما نيجي واحد عايز يسافر امريكا او اوروبا او اي مكان عشان يخدم، طب ايه المواصفات اللي تؤهله لهذه الخدمه؟ هل هيروح هناك يتعب ويتعب، ولا هيروح هو نفسه يبقى ساتسفايد ان هو بيخدم في حته مريحاه وفي نفس الوقت افاد الناس وريحهم؟ عايزه اعاده تنظيم.
In 29 of October, the 118 Holy Pop elections took place, and Bishop Rafael was chosen to be one of the final 3 candidates with 1,980 votes. After him, His Grace Bishop Tawadros with 1,633 votes, and Father Rafael with 1,580 votes. And after the results, His Grace Bishop Rafael refused to make any comments in media. He only said, "Pray to know God's will." Finally, and as the Bible said, "And I will give you leaders like my heart, take care of you with knowledge and understanding," in Jeremiah 3:15.